America is indeed in a recession, and we do need change. But is substantially increasing social services the answer? Social service is defined by the Business Dictionary as a taxpayer-supported program, which provides benefits and facilities such as education, food subsidies, health care, subsidized housing, provided by a government to improve the life and living conditions of the children, disabled, and the poor in the national community. At first, substantially increasing social services seems like a decent way to fix the rising poverty rate. But the further you look into the idea, the more you will realize it is nothing more than a temporary band-aid in order to mend poverty. By increasing social services, they are not looking towards ending poverty, but to temporarily mend poverty. If social services have yet to come up with a conclusion to end poverty, what makes you think by increasing the same services that you will now find an answer? The United States only has a 13.2% decrease in poverty after the help of social services, which is the lowest percentage compared to our neighboring countries. Furthermore, welfare was developed in order to offer a hand up and not a handout, which unfortunately it has become for many. By increasing these numbers, we increase the role government plays in leading individuals' lives and the way in which they live their lives. People will become more dependent on the government, and the danger of this could result in a socialist-run society, not the democracy that so many Americans have given their lives to protect. As I previously stated, welfare was originally created to get people back onto their feet and carry on with their lives. But now, welfare has become a way of life for many Americans. Americans have become so dependent on welfare, along with other social services, that many expect money to be handed to them. I mean, why would people want to get a job and work hard when the government could simply hand them a large sum of money in order to help their family get back on their feet again? In addition, welfare ends up benefiting a large amount of people under one umbrella. As the family grows, the welfare programs expand in order to cover the growing family. The affirmative plan is impractical due to the fact the government will never be able to satisfy people. The amount of money given to numerous families will never be enough. As a result, welfare's main purpose towards society has changed directions, and by increasing this particular type of social service, people will just become more dependent upon it, since it is no longer a handout, but unfortunately a handout. In essence, increasing a taxpayer-supported program, it will inevitably increase their taxes. This increase in taxes will primarily go to heavy taxation of the middle class and businesses, and the last thing these families and businesses need is another financial burden over their shoulders. America is going through tough times, and businesses and middle-class families have enough financial problems already. They're just trying to get through this recession, and by increasing their taxes, the outcome may result in more welfare recipients. As we know, many businesses have filed for Chapter 11, and many families are barely making it through. How do we expect the struggling to help the impoverished? The answer is we cannot. We cannot place this extra burden upon the shoulders of those who are working hard to just get by. Therefore, the affirmative plan is undesirable. Social services is a government-run program, and by increasing a government-run program, our society will become a socialist-run society rather than a democracy. By increasing government's role, their power will also increase. Individuals will become more dependent on the government through the social services, which increases their power. By depending on the government, the term democracy fades away. It will no longer be a government by the people. America has held the beacon of hope for centuries. We have been the ultimate model of the world. Many countries dream of eventually having a democracy, and we are just simply going to throw that away because the government wants to temporarily slap a band-aid on a problem called poverty. Many people in our country do not take into consideration how lucky we truly are. For example, many United States citizens are eligible to vote, and less than 50% of the population votes. Meanwhile, in other countries, people are killed by just trying to cast their vote. We are so lucky as citizens to have a democracy, and through the increase of social services, that privilege will instead turn into socialist-run government. Do we really want to throw it all away? Throw away our reputation, throw away our individuality and our freedom. Our government, currently run by the people, gone with the snap of a finger. The flame upon the beacon of hope will be vanquished due to socialism. America, along with numerous other countries, will be left in the dark, no form of hope to look up to. Through the elimination of this current democracy, we are degrading the lives of our ancestors. Many of our ancestors fought in numerous wars in order for us to live the life we are living now. Millions of Americans have given their lives in order to protect this democracy. Currently, the war on terror is being fought, and many loved ones are overseas at this very second, fighting to protect our nation, to protect our democracy. By simply giving in to a socialist-run society, we're diminishing the lives of those who are fighting and who have fought for the safety of our nation's democracy. Substantially increasing social services is not the answer towards ending poverty. This temporarily mending is not worth tossing away what our ancestors and our loved ones today are currently fighting for. Losing our democracy is not worth it. If you do not want an increase in taxes, or to demolish our democracy, or even blow out the flame upon the beam of hope, then substantially increasing social services is not the answer. Thank you.